blame the fans somewhat because they don't want to go to the games. But if the team doesn't establish themselves and tell them, the put out flyers to do stuff for the community, why is anybody going to go to game? The stadium in Dallas is crap. And I think that has to do a large part. But Grant Wall, what he doesn't understand is North Texas is a hotbed. Grant Wall, go listen to episode 2 with Coach Kaiser. He can tell you exactly how Dallas works with youth. Oh, is that frustrating? Why? That is such an elitist mentality that I can't get. And this is exactly the reason why the US soccer media is terrible. This is the reason. Grant Wall, you are doing a disservice for US soccer with lies in tweets and misunderstanding and false truths like that. Oh, can I not wait for somebody to put him in his place?
The thing is, the thing is, if he would have said, "Hey, Austin had a USL team and they struggled. That's apples and oranges." And that team moved. There's a university town. There's so many similarities between Austin and Columbus. Why would you go with Austin? Why Austin? Why not Columbus? I mean, they're like the same thing basically. That's a different mentality than saying.
Oh, you're comparing Dallas and Houston. Houston and Dallas are 2 of the top 10 cities in America as far as population, and one has a stadium downtown.
And that's the thing I just don't understand, and it just really irked me when I saw a tweet. I know it irked the guys at Third Degree as well, because it's not the thing of North Texas doesn't have soccer, Houston has soccer. Are you kidding me? Those places love soccer. UT Dallas loves soccer. UNT loves soccer. It's that there's no marketing push.
I mean, look at the high school game. Like it's a big deal.
It really is.
It's from the ground up. The NBC Sports rated the Londoner in Addison is one of the best bars to go watch soccer at. The culture is a real soccer culture. It just hasn't translated from FC Dallas, and FC Dallas has done a terrible job of actually tapping into it. That's FC Dallas's fault. That's MLS's problem, not the fans.
Yeah, and the fans have no obligation to come to the game. It's you market to them, and you say this is why you should come to the game, and this is why you should come. Dallas doesn't have that. There's not that much like billboards. There's almost no marketing. It's more of like a word of mouth thing, I feel like, and I don't like like I said, the narrative that Texas doesn't have a soccer market is wrong. To be quite honest with you, completely wrong.
It's wrong. And Grant Wall, I'm sorry to interrupt, Armand, but you just got me going here. Grant Wall doesn't understand it's a 2-part deal. The fans do have some sort of relationship with the club, and they do take some of the blame for not selling out Toyota Stadium.
Barely.
And down in Houston. But what Austin is going to bring to Texas into MLS is a new set of rivalries that I think could be really fascinating. You have 3 clubs within 6 hours of each other.
Like a Cascadia Cup.
You almost have a Cascadia Cup, and that's what MLS needs more of. More than anything is real rivalries. Austin is going to be that new boy on the street. Yeah, Houston, Dallas hate each other, but I've been to a couple of games and it's been underwhelming as far as hate and the fan experience. Okay, with Austin coming in, suddenly you have an extra motivation, and maybe Dallas and Houston will realize, oh my God, we no longer have that market in Austin, as if they had any chance to do so because they already failed to do with their marketing. Now with Austin there and that city and that area of Texas taken up, there's going to be maybe a whole more emphasis in the community around them to market to get planned. Because think about it, if Austin has a higher attendance the first year than Dallas and Houston, what's that tell you? The club,
it's gonna be embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, but who? It's not the fans' fault. It's the clubs. Like Grant Wall, this is a mouthpiece of MLS right now. He's trying to blame the fans. MLS is trying to blame the fans when it's MLS's job to say, FC Dallas, get your act together and market.
It's just I read it and I was just like, I understand like the anti-Columbus narrative is there. people don't want Columbus to leave. I mean, honestly, if I had it, I wouldn't want Columbus to leave either. And the thing is, Austin is a relative unknown.
Well, Armand, I'm going to be bold. Columbus, I'm sorry, they're gone. They're leaving.
Well, I think they're gone too.
The crew's leaving. To me, everything is indicated for them to leave. They've been working on this since last year. They've been talking about financing a new stadium.
I think Precourt bought the team to move it to Austin,
and it's in the contract. It's in the contract.
And people don't realize. I looked at one column. I said if you keep doing it, public pressure, it'll cave in and Columbus won't move. Well, if you look at Seattle and Oklahoma City, that relocation it's almost the same thing. Clay Bennett basically bought the team, and they all basically admitted it. Even one of his chairman admitted it, even though he denies it. But he basically admitted they bought the team to move it to Oklahoma City. So you have, if you look at that history, I was looking through the articles, they almost read the exact same. Fans
history
desperate,
repeats itself.
Fans desperate. This, that, public pressure. This, that, lawsuits. This, that. I do think Columbus is gone. I think MLS wants it too.
Yeah, I honestly I think MLS wants it because they want a new market because it's kind of failed. And that's the issue. Houston. Now, Houston's a relocation team, too, from San Jose. But Dallas is an original club, and they're struggling in attendance. They're at the bottom of the league year in and year out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I think they hope to rekindle that market through Cincinnati because the close proximity between two. Yeah. I think they hope Cincinnati absorbs that black hole of a market.
Which they already do.
And, yeah, which I think they already would. And I think they would just suck them up, and some people might swear off MLS the rest of their lives. I mean, that's up to them. But I think the people who really want to watch soccer will go to
and why
Cincinnati.
The Cincinnati atmosphere is great. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it would be a real addition for MLS. But Graham Wall, go do some research into FC Dallas's marketing and Houston's, and let me know how it turns out. Then you can understand why fans don't show up. All right, moving on, Armand, because we got to continue here. US Presidency is up to debate. Now it seems like a number of names running. One particular name, Eric Winalda. And this caught my eye. Alexi Lawless tweeted, MLS failed, unquote. Eric Winalda on why U.S. men's national team didn't qualify for the World Cup from U.S. Coaches Podcast. Shout out to them. And then he links it. Wrong. No, and no.
This narrative.
Oh, my God.
This narrative that,
Oh, God. Are people that naive to think the MLS is not responsible for the U.S. men's national team? That is not why MLS was created. Then if MLS was really, really focused on committing to the national team, they would not have any foreign players in the league. None. It would be all Americans.
That's fair. My issues with the comments is like Franco said on our podcast a couple episodes back, MLS should do what's best for MLS. They really shouldn't do. They need to do what's best for them. I mean, they can help a national team, maybe adding like a domestic player limit. Yeah. They already have that though. So, what can they do? What do you want MLS to do? Do you want them to bring over all stars and have a little American hotbed? I don't understand. Do you want the academy set up? The academy systems are implementing great stuff. So, what do you want MLS to do is the question, and I think many people are going to say we want to play. We want them to play more of the homegrowns, this, that. The thing is, I don't think people understand. A lot of these homegrowns, like we've mentioned, I keep referencing episode 2 because that's such an important episode with our interview with Jared Mikolas. The role of the academy is not to develop U.S. national team; it's to develop world-class players.
Yeah.
So if you want to play more homegrowns, what if they're not? What if they choose Mexico, for example? That's a really common dual nationality, or another dual nationality. Are you developing the U.S. or the Mexico then?
I mean, look at
And
Schalke.
that's the issue.
Yeah, look at Schalke, for example, with what's his name? McKennie. He's an American. He developed at Schalke
And FC Dallas.
and FC Dallas, but Grant Wall researched that. What exactly? I mean, is it the Bundesliga job to develop players for the German national team? No, the MLS job is to be the best league in the world.
Exactly.
That's the job of MLS. The academy system is to develop players. Now, episode 2, go listen to it.
I keep referencing it because it's a perspective that we don't really see often.
It's a culture issue. These people that do not grow up in my age don't realize it's a cultural issue. All the kids walking around the street are more likely to possess a soccer jersey than there is a football or basketball, because A, a soccer jersey is cool, and B, it's a statement. If you're a Tottenham fan, you suck. That's the statement you're giving me. If you're wearing Arsenal fan, well, we're forever fourth. Okay? If you're wearing a United jersey, means you like to win and you're bandwagoner. If you're a City fan, you're an extreme bandwagoner.
Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks.
How about that? Armanca 5 for that. But it's stereotyping, but it's cool. You see a soccer jersey and you have an instant bond with whoever it is.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at the presidency, I mean, Ronaldo has also said he's for promotion relegation.
Oh, here we go.
He's flipping the calendar.
No.
The calendar flipping would be an interesting thing, but it wouldn't work.
Sorry, Armand, I'm just fired up.
It wouldn't work. Promotion relegation. Steven has had a little revelation of promotion relegation.
We're gonna save that for after MLS playoffs.
We'll save after. But I mean, we're seeing 3 candidates really come out. We're seeing Ronaldo and Gulati. There's obviously more. Gulati's obviously incumbent. Ronaldo is gaining traction though with his.
You know what it is? You know what it is? You said it.
Donald Trump?
It's Donald Trump. It's the populist message. It's the I'm going to fix everything. Let's make US soccer great again. That's what it be. Honestly, Eric Ronaldo should just run that campaign.
And the thing is, Gulati hasn't done anything outstanding. Gans is a really interesting guy. I watched the presidential debate, I guess, between the two, and Gans is a really interesting guy. He's a very smart guy. He's
the businessman.
He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. He's been in the business for a little bit, but I think compared to Ronaldo, he's a little bit more rational.
Yeah,
I don't think he'd get any bids.
I don't either.
Or win, sorry.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
I think it's all going to Ronaldo.
It's hard to imagine what U.S. soccer is going to be like in the next 5 years, because there's going to be a massive shift going on. And Ronaldo to blame MLS, I think, again, it goes to Grant Wall. It's his bird's-eye view, and it's not really going into the dirt and into the details, into the real issues. Because Dallas produces product like a factory. Like, honestly, it's one player after the other that just goes on and to another club, and it just seems to continue on. I mean, look at their academy system. That's all that people talk about is their academy system. And with MLS being blamed for the failure of the men's national team, what did Costa Rica do? What did Panama do? What did Honduras do? Where do those players play at?
MLS.
Some of them, a majority of them play in MLS. That's where they want to be. So, all right, listeners, we'll be back with some more MLS talk. We'll talk about the U.S. coaching on next episode, because I'm a little pissed off on what's going on there too.
Steven's pissed by everything.
I'm pissed by everything. So. U.S. soccer sucks right now. God, are they awful. Follow us on Twitter, @AlexSamSoccerPod. Armand Kafai, @Steven Jodarand. Check out our content. Listen to episode 2. Bye.
Please, listen to episode 2.